morning, empowered living community. Paul Martinelli here, and I look, every Saturday morning, since we've launched this six-figure mentorship program, I've been excited for these calls because I'm getting to introduce you to people that I'm friends with, people that are colleagues, people that I genuinely respect and like, and people who buy their results, right? By their fruit, you know them. People who are six-figure earners, who have done what they teach, and more importantly, are still doing it, right? They're in the trenches. And so this morning, I'm going to introduce you to Cedrick LaFleur and Rich Arriaga, two just fantastic guys. They both, I mean, when you think corporate, right? You think of like the corporate, the blue suit, right? Or the nice pantsuit, right? These are the two guys. These are two corporate guys. They both come out of kind of the medical industry. And these are two kind of type A, high D driven guys, where, you've got to perform if you're going to be on their team. And both of these guys have run really big teams and have managed budgets in the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. So again, the six-figure mentorship program is all about who you learn from matters. So if you're taking notes, write this down. Tuesday, March 29th at 8 p.m., Cedrick is up. And Saturday, April 2nd at 8 a.m., Rich is up. Make time in your schedule. Be on these two calls. You're going to absolutely want to do it. So, Rich, why don't I just start with you? Give us the Reader's Digest version of like how you came to the empowered living community, what you do, what got you doing what you do, and what in this industry you do.
So I think what brought me here is the law of attraction, being intentional about growing, seeking opportunities, looking for good coaches and mentors. And that's number one, why I'm in this community, because this is just a great set of peers and I'm learning a lot, even at my level. In terms of what I do, I work at Pfizer. I manage about 600 people under my organization around the world, lots of millennials, lots of women, lots of different nationalities. So I've grown, and one of the things that I've learned from my lessons as a leader is that you don't have to know it all. The answers do come to you, but you famously quote all the time, do the thing. And one of the things that I do every day, I do the thing. I always have that voice that says, maybe you're not ready, you might be wrong, but it doesn't matter. I can make a wrong decision and then I can upright the decision afterwards. So I just get better every day, and I've learned to conquer my fears and my uncertainties and my doubts.
Yeah. And, for those of you who are watching, if you've got a foot in kind of your job, your corporate world, and you're trying to navigate, how do I navigate out to maybe be a speaker, teacher, trainer, and coach full time, or how do I grow where I'm planted? Because Rich has a very, a clear plan for his life, where he wants to go. And so he's not necessarily looking to next deal his position, but he absolutely wants to now begin to hone those skills. And within Pfizer, I mean, you're leading mastermind groups and coaching people all across the entire organization, aren't you?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm being very intentional about my next step. I don't plan on retiring. I love what I do, which is the coaching and mentoring. But I look at it, my topic on the Saturday is going to be about 6 or 7 things that you should do to start becoming an intrapreneur before you become an entrepreneur. How do you start that business? Take advantage of what you have, of the platform that the Almighty has given me, or for the people that are listening in my situation, start becoming a coach, start becoming a leader, start doing masterminds. I can literally do my full-time job, and I've had situations where I'm running 7 masterminds with different groups around the world, different time zones at the same time. So I can teach you how to do that. And this is all in preparation for you to become an entrepreneur, lift that business that you're creating and taking it outside of your organization. And you can, follow the lead from my colleagues on this call and the other people that you're presenting as you move along.
That's brilliant. And I know you're leading groups in China and all over the world. Cedrick, you've actually made the leap. You are maybe professionally a little bit further along than where Rick is. You made a decision that you were ready to leave, and I've trained, I don't know, I've either directly trained or written the training program for 40,000 coaches. There's very few people who have been able to go from a six-figure income in their job and then move into this industry and not miss a beat and build a business that quick. And part of that has to be, I think, certainly your drive and your ability to just sell and like Rick said, do the thing. Will you share kind of where you were and how you got introduced to the EL community and what you're doing now?
Yeah, Paul, I started off, I knew 3 years before I retired the date, right? And with that, I started to plan. And it's about little things matter. Everything that you do every day, you have to plan for it. It's just not going to happen, right? Everybody thinks that you got to take big steps, giant leaps. No, it's little things every day to get yourself prepared for it. And it's little things that you do every day that helps you know that when February 8th of 2018 came, I was ready. Now, how I got introduced to the EL community was because I was doing those little things. I was also looking for groups and people and organizations that were going to help me to continue to do those little things. You see, I can never have the attitude that I've arrived. And EL was going to help me continue to thrive, continue to look for things where I can improve. We all look at ourselves and we'll say, Paul, Rich, hey, we're successful. We're here. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to grow anymore. Well, when you get there, you know that you're already going backwards, right? So I said, everything that I do every day has to emulate the people that I'm hanging around with, the people that I'm associating with, in order for me to continue to get better. Because no one wants a 2018 Cedrick to be talking to them and coaching them in 2022.
That's good. That's so true, isn't it? That is so true. If you're not moving forward, you're going backwards. I mean, you're listening to two top guys who are on their A game, and one says do the thing, and the other says little things matter. I mean, and so if that doesn't tell you that these are two action-oriented guys, again, Tuesday, March 29th at 8 p.m., Cedrick will take the microphone for the six-figure mentorship program. On Saturday, April 2nd, Rich will take the microphone at 8 a.m. Make sure you're on the call. Let me ask you guys, what has been the power of mentorship in your life, both having a mentor and also mentoring others? Rich, you want to kind of go first? Or?
Sure. I think if you want a faster, easier, cheaper, and safer way to make strides, get a mentor. You can do it without a mentor, but it's going to take you a long time and probably not the safest way. This is such a safe environment. It's a great community. You're talking to people who are doing the thing. They're experts in their area. You're learning perspectives that would never cross your mind. And one of the things in terms of options, you will never, ever make an option that you don't realize is on the table. With the mentor, he or she will present different options that never cross your radar. So you got to have a mentor.
That's so true. How about for you, Cedrick? I mean, Cedrick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when you were leading over there at Abbott, what was the budget you were responsible for? It was in the billions, wasn't it?
I was in charge of, I was $1 billion. I was in charge of our largest product line at the time. That's billions with a B, folks. And let me tell you what, Abbott Laboratories is not giving you the keys to a $1 billion business unit if you're not ready.
Yeah.
Because they don't want 1 billion to be 999 million.
Right. No, right. Yeah,
so,
no doubt.
So you have to be one, coachable, right? Two, you have to be willing to then take some risk. And it's not just jumping and taking risks for the heck of taking risks. It's about taking calculated risks. You've already done your homework. You understand, all the variables, and then you got to be able to jump. And once you jump, you have to say, hey, we going to fly or we going to fail? And nobody wants to really fail. So what's going to happen? When you're coming down, you're going to be flapping those wings as hard as you can so that you can fly, right? And you're going to be using every tool in the toolbox. And having a mentor is one of the tools for your toolbox that helps you understand where your blind spots are. You see, at one point in my career, I didn't really understand what my blind spots were because I was like, I was the man, right? However, that mentor helps you understand, hey, Cedrick, maybe this is something you can correct. This is something you can fix, right? So you need that person. You need someone to tell you, hey, maybe you need to go take this class to go to the next level, right? That's what a mentor does. Sometimes people get upset with their mentor because the mentor tells them some things, right? But you have to take it and say, you know what, maybe they are right. Emotionally, you may have to deal with it. But if you want to go to the next level, you have to be willing to listen and pause. Sometimes when you're mentoring, man, it hits home and you say, wow, that's me. I'm that person that's stuck right there. Let me go fix that, right? Yeah. So that's the power of having a mentor. Now you got to have the right mentor. Who you learn from matters. The next thing is being a mentor. I can't be an effective mentor if I'm not being willing to be mentored by someone else that can take me to a higher level. I'll go back to what I said. You don't want a 2018 Cedrick mentoring you in 2022. You want a 2022 Cedrick mentoring you, because then that means I've grown, I've got bigger, I've got faster, I've got stronger. I have more tools that I can help you with.
Yeah, that's so critical. Let me just ask you guys one more thing before we run, because I think as I look at achievement and I look at those people who make it, right, who really make it to get to a point where they've got a predictable, sustainable income, they're growing, things are going well for them. The thing for me is it's about consistency, right? I think one of the biggest causes of failure is people start and stop and start and stop and start and stop, and they never give it enough time. And there's a risk in this program that we're doing with 25 mentors. It's for free. So people don't have to put financial skin in the game, although they have to give their greatest resource, which is time, to be inconsistent in this, right? To maybe catch a call, maybe skip a call. And we've all been there where, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I'll catch the recording. And you won't. No, you won't. You won't catch the recording. And when you catch the recording, you're going to be preoccupied with what you're missing out on. And Rich, talk to me about and Cedrick, I'm going to ask you the same. Just talk to me about, what would you say to the people who are watching right now about them kind of just blocking this time off every single week and just be consistent with just, given this 6 months, to say, for 6 months, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to make a commitment, 2 hours a week, or maybe it's 1 hour a week, but I'm going to make it consistent to do this. What's the power of that?
Yeah, I would say if we understand, so all of my phenomenal results, if I've had phenomenal results in any area, is because I've been consistent. My consistent means that you have to show up even when your emotions say, take the night off, I'll do it later. That's not going to work. And if we understand how compounding works in finances and interest, you have to understand that even though on the surface, I don't see a change occurring, I may not necessarily feel like something's happening. Intellectually, we should know from a financial perspective that it's all compounding. All that energy that you're putting in by showing up every day, showing up week after week, listening to the lessons and preparing in advance, have your questions ready in advance, that's going to pay off and it's going to compound. All of a sudden, it's going to be an explosion of results. You're going to go to the next level quickly, but you have to be consistent. If you don't do the consistency part of it, then you're not going to reap all the benefits that you can. But all of my results, the ones that have been phenomenal, have always been because consistency has been one of the main ingredients for me.
Yeah, right on. Cedrick, how about you?
Well, here's the thing. You can come to one call and get some good stuff, but it's the power of when you come to multiple calls is when you get great, right? Anybody can be good one time, but It's the greatness that you want. See, and if you're not doing as well as you'd like, all that means is there's something you don't know. Every week you're going to get something different. That's the beauty of what we have here. Every week you're going to get something different. You're going to be growing yourself. You're going to be getting more information than you had before. If you want to move to a higher level in life, you have to be willing to let go of some of the old ways, some of the old thinking, some of the old being, and you have to adapt some new things. And one of those new things is Tuesday and Saturday, Tuesday and Saturday, Tuesday and Saturday for 6 months. All of a sudden, this will become a habit that every Tuesday and Saturday for the rest of your life, you're going to be thinking, I need some more of this. You see, a lack of money is never, ever, ever a problem. A lack of money is merely a symptom of what's going on underneath. That means that you haven't gotten to where you need to be yet. So in order to get there, you have to be on these calls Tuesday and Saturday, not Tuesday and then skip Saturday, or not Saturday and skip Tuesday. You have to be on all of them, because to go to another level, it requires consistency over and over and retelling yourself. It's sort of like getting a new habit. You can't do it one day and not the next day. You have to do it every day. So every Tuesday and Saturday, every Tuesday and Saturday. Say it with me. Tuesday and Saturday.
And Saturday.
That's
Tuesday
exactly
and Saturday. That's right.
Exactly. That's where you need to be. So I'm excited that you're going to join us. I'm looking forward to it. Challenge me with some questions. And, Rich said, hey, be prepared with your question. Come and get this no charge information and go use it in your business.
Yeah, just because there's no charge doesn't mean it's not priceless, right?
Absolutely.
Just
And
because. So look,
and
go
we'll
ahead,
commit
Rich.
to bringing our best. We're going to bring our best.
Well, if you look at just and look, guys, the bar's high for you two. Okay. Inga Rock absolutely, absolutely crushed it when she took, and, she had the first, which I think she had the first Saturday call, and then Stephen Crawford killed it on Tuesday night. So you guys got big shoes to fill, but guys, I just want to encourage you. The law of sacrifice is one of the things that just changed my life, the understanding of it. And the law of sacrifice tells us that, if we let go of things of a lesser value for the attainment of things of a greater value, we can get what we want. But it's not about letting go. It's not about letting go of, the remote control for the phone, for the phone receiver. It's not trading, Netflix time for mentorship time. The law of sacrifice is about defining in your life what you value. And I'm just going to tell you, anybody I've ever met who's got a comma, right? Who's got a comma and then numbers and digits before and after, I can tell you what they have is a value of growth. They value and believe it's important for them to be in an environment of growth, and they seek it out. That's what Cedrick did. That's what Rich did. That's what I've done. And that's what you're all doing on this call and on this, presentation here this morning on Facebook. So block it off. Tuesday evening, 8 p.m., Saturday morning, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Saturday. So March 29th, 8 p.m., Cedrick LaFleur. Do not miss this call. And then Saturday, April 2nd, 8 a.m., Rich Arriaga. You do not want to miss these two powerhouses. Guys, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate you.
That's Eastern time. That's
Eastern time.
Because, in Texas, we're in Central time.
That's right. Well, that might all change. I mean, they're talking about changing that. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. God bless everybody. Be well. Thank you, guys. Be well.